Hey, all royalty from all lands. How are you guys doing? I am back here on another Wednesday to bring you another video, as promised, because I'm trying to be more consistent with my posting and post as many Wednesdays as I can. I'll promise you that. So for today's video, we're gonna do something that I love to do. It's like a game I play with everyone who will give me any time of day. So I posted a tweet. All the suggested characters I'm going to put into Hogwarts houses, and I'll explain why I think that, and leave in the comments if you disagree, if you agree with me, if you have other points, you know, going against me or for me. Like, go full debate. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to pull up the tweet now. I was prepared, I promise. I have to use my laptop again because I don't have my iPad again. Oops. Okay, so our first contestant is Ponyboy from The Outsiders. Okay, so don't kill me, but I've never seen The Outsiders. Like, fun fact. Ugh. Fun fact, I've never seen The Outsiders, so I have no idea what to put him in. Spark Notes? You ready for this? Spark Notes. So it says, Ponyboy Curtis, the youngest member of the Greasers, narrates the novel. Ponyboy theorizes on the motivations and the personalities of his friends and describes events in a slangy, youthful voice. Though only 14 years old, he understands the way his societal groups function and the role each group member plays. He sees that 2-Bit is the wisecrack, Derry the natural leader, and Dally the dangerous hood. Ponyboy dislikes the Socks, whom we see through his subjective viewpoint. The distorting effects of hatred and group rivalry make his narration less than objective. Ponyboy is young enough to have changeable conceptions of people, however, and over the course of the novel he realizes that Socks have problems just as Greasers do. He also comes to see that Socks are even similar to Greasers in some ways. Ponyboy has literary bent, which Hinton uses to show that poverty does not necessarily mean boorishness or lack of culture, and that gang members are not always delinquents. Okay, so Ravenclaw, just from what I see, seems really intelligent, very like logical. He's very analytical, kind of, and he's also very educated for someone who comes from with a rough background, we'll say. He definitely has like that really good education. He kind of gives you like Jughead Jones vibes, who's very, 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 very Ravenclaw. So I'll say Ravenclaw for that. Please don't kill me because I haven't seen it. Oops, sorry. Our next person, love that. Phoebe. I'm assuming you mean Phoebe from Friends? I feel like Ravenpuff, because she's very Ravenclaw in the way that she reminds you of Luna Lovegood, who's Ravenclaw. Does that make sense? Like, she's very imaginative and she has like a very creative mind, and she's very like funny, and but she also has that like, she's a really good person, likes to help people, and she's like loves people. So while she's also logical, she's also very like, no, please get out, thank you. That was my brother. But anyway, so yeah, I would see her as a Ravenclaw with Hufflepuff tendencies. If I could see her being Hufflepuff, but I Ravenclaw, final answer. Voldemort, he's Slytherin. We all know this, right? Like, he's Slytherin. That's canon. Sweetheart. Sherlock Holmes, Ravenclaw, straight out of the books. He's super analytical, super logical, super smart. He looks at situations and sees very, very little details, and just like, his intelligence and wisdom is off the charts. Very, 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 very Ravenclaw. Like, Ravenest Ravenclaw that you'll ever meet, ever. Dan! Oh, my boy! Ah! Okay, so I'm doing Phil too, even though it wasn't suggested, because I cannot imagine not doing Phil. Sorry. Of course, I think that Phil is Hufflepuff. He likes to see the goodness in everybody, and he has a tendency to just like, he's a peacemaker, and he's like this really sweet. He's a Hufflepuff. Okay, can we all just agree on that? But Dan, I feel, maybe a Gryffindor? Because he's very, no, I think he's Ravenclaw. Just kidding. I think he's either Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw, because he's a very, like, a gentle soul and a really good person, and he's, like, he just has such a good, big heart, but he's also very, like, he thinks a lot, and I think that his, like, the way that he thinks about things, when he, like, overanalyzes, is, very Ravenclaw, like, a very Ravenclaw thing to do, and the way that he was a really good student, because he's really smart, and he thinks very well, and he makes, like, YouTube content, so you know he's creative, you know that he's funny, he's witty, he's clever. Yeah, Ravenclaw, final answer. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, Gryffindor, totally Gryffindor. She is the same as, like, Belle, freaking Rapunzel, freaking Ariel. All those girls are all Gryffindor to me, because they're so, like Dorothy just wanted to go out there, and she wanted to get away from this life that she found so boring and monotonous and dull. Like, even from her perspective, her life was in black and white, and she didn't realize the value of home until she was torn away from it. And so I feel like that's Gryffindor. Definitely Gryffindor. Rose from Doctor Who. Ooh. Not, okay, I want to say Hufflepuff, because she's very hot-headed, she's very outspoken. I feel like I like a rebellious Hufflepuff, because she's very loyal to the Doctor. Like, even when he changes, like, it's hard for her to shift that loyalty, because she was so loyal to that one Doctor. So I feel like a hot-headed Hufflepuff. Final answer. Edward Scissorhands. I haven't seen a lot of that movie, but from the very little amount of knowledge I have on him, Hufflepuff? Because I feel like he's just, like, very pure and very, like, he's so broken and sad. And I just want to hold him. I don't know, but like I said, I don't know a lot of, hold on, we're doing this again. Edward Scissorhands. Character. Okay. Because I want to do this justice. Edward Scissorhands Wikipedia. Are you guys ready? Edward Scissorhands, conceived from his childhood upbringing in suburban Burbank, California. During pre-production of Beetlejuice, was hired to adapt Burton's story into a screenplay. The film began development. Okay, hold on. I'm on Wikipedia. An elderly woman tells her granddaughter the story of a young man named Edward who has scissor blades for hands. As the creation of an old inventor, Edward is artificially created human who is also completed. The inventor homeschools Edward but suffers a fatal heart attack before he can attach hands. Oh, baby. Some years later, Peg Botts, a local Avon door-to-door saleswoman, production, development, casting, filming, music, themes, box office, critical responses, legacy. Okay, we'll just go through it's fine. Jealous of Kim's attraction to Edward, Jim suggests Edward pick the lock to his parents' home to obtain a van for Jim and Kim. Edward agrees, but when he picks the lock, a burglar alarm is triggered. Jim flees and Edward is arrested. Oh, honey. Kim races after Edward while Jim obtains a handgun and follows Kim. In the mansion, Jim ambushes Edward and fights with him. Edward refuses to fight back until he sees Jim and slaps Kim as she attempts to intervene. Okay, definitely Hufflepuff. I'm just reading, and he went, like, words. He went through so much, and he could have been violent, he could have been angry, he could have been aggressive, but he wasn't. He was still, like, a really tender, soft person, and violence to him was the last result, or, like, the last choice. And the only reason he did that is because his loyalty to Kim drove him to protect her. That's the only reason he acted violently. So definitely Hufflepuff. This is a process. Pennywise. Slytherin, because he doesn't have any logic. I mean, he is creative, but he doesn't really have any logic. Pennywise, I feel like he is creative, but only because he can read their minds. So I feel like that's less his creativity. Like, his main goal, the thing that drives everything that he has, is that he has a need for food, and that's kind of all he cares about. He isn't human, though, so I mean, like, I guess because he's like an embodied, powerful being, he doesn't see us on the same level as him. Let's not get too deep in this in the philosophy of a demon. But the point is, Slytherin, because I feel like he's animalistic in the way that, I don't know, I feel like I can't really house him because he doesn't have like the layers a human would have, and the features, like, the only thing that drives him is his want to eat. But that's not really like selfish. Like, humans hunt animals because we have to eat eventually, right? But I feel like he also takes, like, pleasure in it. So maybe Ravenclaw? Ooh, this is a debate. So what about Ravenclaw? Because he's very creative. He's very, like, it's almost like he doesn't kill just because he has to eat. He kills also because he enjoys it. So I feel like he gets kind of like this, like, it's not just about, he has a goal and he'll do anything to get that goal. Like, he's not ambitious. He's just kind of bored, and he's having fun by playing games with these kids as he kills them. Ravenclaw. Ooh! Yikes. Yep, Ravenclaw. Echo from Cinder. I want to read that book so badly. I have not yet, but thank you so much for the suggestion, Kitty. Tyler Joseph. Yes, Tyler Joseph counts. Ravenclaw. He's super creative. He's, like, the way that he writes music and like lyrics is just so beautiful. He also, the way that he can, like, make a sassy remark or, like, a quip, or how, like, fast he'll reply to something, and he's just very, very quick on his feet. And so I think that he's very, like, witty and clever and creative. So I will say that he's a Ravenclaw. That is all the suggestions I've got. If you would like me to do another video like this, then like, subscribe, let me know, and I will maybe do this again. Yeah, that's all for this week. See you guys next week. Bye. The protagonist of Charles Dickens' great.
Hey. Uh-oh, someone's crying.
Say hi.
Hi.